Hey guys, English Dave here, and I'm bringing you the Entertain Lynx spoiler-free review for Spider-Man Homecoming. I've been a huge fan of Spider-Man for as long as I can remember. While I for the most part have enjoyed seeing him in previous movies with various levels of success, I always felt like none of them have ever quite gotten the complete makeup of the characters down right.
Underoos!
Hey everyone.
So like any Spidey fan, I was excited when we all found out that Sony, the current film rights owners to the characters, had made a deal with Marvel Studios to make him officially part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After seeing his brief but fantastic cameo in Civil War, I knew I was in for something special with Homecoming. Thrilled by his experience with the Avengers, young Peter Parker returns home to live with his Aunt May. Under the watchful eye of mentor Tony Stark, Peter starts to embrace his newfound identity as Spider-Man. He also tries to return to his normal daily routine, distracted by thoughts of proving himself to be more than just a friendly neighborhood superhero.
Is this anybody's bite? Oh, I helped this old lady and she bought me a churro, so that was nice.
Peter must soon put his powers to the test when the evil Vulture emerges to threaten everything that he holds dear. I enjoyed this movie even more so than I expected. It really nails everything that makes the character special amongst other superheroes. Finally getting to see a young Peter Parker made a solid foundation that resonated throughout the entire film. Tom Holland not only completely nailed the dual characters of Peter Parker and Spider-Man, he made it his own without feeling like he was channeling other versions we've seen before. You get the sense that he's incredibly smart, which makes sense as to why Tony Stark takes interest in him, yet he still feels like a regular kid. He just brings a likability to the character that holds true to the friendly in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Are there like trials or an interview?
Do me a favor. Can't you just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
Get him out!
He's also surrounded by a supporting cast that serves to make him shine, while also drawing focus to themselves where needed. I was worried Tony Stark's involvement would overshadow huge chunks of the movie, and I'm glad to say it actually does not. This is not to say that Robert Downey Jr. isn't in the movie much. He's actually in it as much as you'd expect. However, it's how he's used that's impressive. His character is never used to draw attention away from Spider-Man, but used just enough in the mental capacity to help the character grow and not make the mistakes Tony himself made.
There's a little gray area in there, and that's where you operate.
His fellow schoolmates are cast especially well. It was great to see a diverse set of kids that reflect the New York/borough of Queens of today. The young cast is great as they're a good way of showing us what the MCU is like for kids who grew up in a world post the Chitauri invasion as seen in the first Avengers. A special shout out to Jacob Batalon, who plays his best friend Ned, as he completely nails how most of us would react finding out our best friend was Spider-Man.
Can you spit venom?
You have any idea?
No. Can you summon an army of spiders?
No, Ned.
Do you know him too?
He stole his shield. But then he beat me up.
In terms of villains, Marvel, and to be fair many superhero movies, have had a bit of a record of hit or miss. And to say miss is a bit of an exaggeration. I would say not enough attention has been given to some in order to fully showcase them. In this instance, with the Vulture played by Michael Keaton, the character is absolutely perfect.
The world's changing, boys.
Time we change too.
He isn't a scientist gone crazy, he isn't trying to take over or destroy the world, he's just a normal man doing whatever it takes to take care of those important to him. Unfortunately, circumstances push him to make questionable but understandable decisions.
Don't mess with me, because I will kill you and everybody you love.
Keaton does a great job of showing us a menacing side to a man that in other circumstances would be a cool uncle to hang out with. That's one of the best aspects of the film. Director John Watts and his team give us a more grounded story that has high stakes not because the world is ending, but because of how events affect all the individual characters. When I say grounded, I mean that. We don't get a film that features grand sweeping scenes through New York City. Most of the film is relegated to his home borough of Queens and some in Washington. Part of the narrative is reminding Peter that being a hero isn't only about grand adventures, it's also about the regular people. It's as if the film fits somewhere between the Avengers movies and the Netflix Marvel series.
Does Liz get a new top?
No, we've seen that before.
Should probably stop staring before it gets creepy though.
The film wisely negates the tropes of Spider-Man films we've seen before. Yes, we see the girl Peter has a crush on, but there's not really a love story here. We don't see another Uncle Ben death, and we don't see a montage of Peter learning how to use his powers. He's already past all that, and the film isn't about that. This film is very hard to nitpick, as any issues that could be had are things omitted by choice. For example, as I mentioned earlier, you don't get these grand scenes of him swinging through the skyscrapers of Manhattan. Yes, it would have been cool to see, but that wasn't part of the story being told. I have some other extremely minor nitpicks, but that goes into spoiler territory, and I'll save those for our spoiler talk. Spider-Man Homecoming is a great film for fans of the character and a fun film for those few who don't really know him. He fits perfectly in the MCU, not by just making it feel like it's his corner of the universe, but by also showing us a new point of view that hasn't been explored yet. The film is also incredibly fun to experience. There are more laughs than expected, but also gets very tense at times, and the balance is done really well that it enhances the story greatly. The title, which I admittedly wasn't a fan of, makes perfect sense as you realize it has multiple meanings after watching. It's a highly recommended watch, and if you can, check it out in IMAX as it looks great. The film is littered with Easter eggs for fans, and I can't wait to watch it over and over again to spot the ones I missed. As always, don't forget to stay for the 2 extra mid and end credit scenes, with the latter being one of Marvel's best ones so far. Thanks guys for listening. If you enjoyed this review, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up and share with your peeps. If you'd like to know our spoiler-filled thoughts of the movie, look out for our Spider-Man Homecoming spoiler talk, which will be up Monday. There the team and I will discuss our in-depth views on the film. My name is English Dave, and this has been an Entertain Lynx spoiler-free review for Spider-Man Homecoming. See ya.